Yeah, this is a mess from the pits of hell. Okay, this is a mess from the pits of hell, but we must get into it. Hey, y'all. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat, the chat. Hey, hey, hey. Uh, it is hump day, and it surely is hump day. All right, y'all can hear me. Good, 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 good. First and foremost, I want to say this. This live is about to be one for the books because, girl, when I tell y'all that this, hold on. Okay. When I tell y'all that all of this is interesting, so first of all, before I speak to y'all and get into the things of the things, last week we had I had received notification about a motion for leave being denied on TD Jake's behalf. And it led me down to a rabbit hole of some other things. But y'all, the Christian Post did an entire article on this stuff yesterday. And the reason why I'm glad that the Christian Post did an article is because, I've been advocating for Michelle Loud. I want Michelle Loud's voice to be heard. And so I think with the Christian Post picking this up, not that they haven't done it before, but with them picking this up and talking about this, I think it brings more light to what she's going through. Now, let me come to the screen, child. Hold on. Girl, and I tell y'all, this is about to be a mess. Okay. I need y'all to get your coffee. I really don't recommend you drink coffee. You're going to burn your lips in your mouth. Okay. You're going to burn your lips in your mouth. I don't recommend coffee this morning. I don't recommend coffee this morning. Maybe you should get you some iced coffee because regular coffee, when we read these documents, they are going to gag y'all. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Let me speak to y'all. All right, let's see who we got up in the building. What's up, Mama Bees? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to the mods for being here. Miss Emily Boo, what's going on? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. What's up, Demi? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Hey, Gigi. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Bama girl. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Okay, I spoke to Miss Gigi. Let me see who else we got up in here. We got Mocha Drop up in here. What's up, Mocha Drop? Lock Queen, what's going on? What's up, sis? What's going on? That's my sister, y'all. What's going on, sister? What it do? What it do? Queen Sag, good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Shar, what's going on? Good morning. How are you? Miss Charlene Ford, I see you. I see you. Good morning, good morning. Love you and proud of you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sister. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Shay W, good morning, good morning. Janai, good morning, boo. How you doing? How you doing? It's Nitwit's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Uh, Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nitwit. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day around the I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I was finna give it a sound like y'all know them people that be like, Happy Earth Day, happy another day on the planet Earth, happy happy Moon Day, happy Mars Day. I be like, girl, what happened to happy birthday? Y'all look. Gigi said happy solo return. Gigi, I'm sorry, I was not shading you. I did not see your comment till just now. I'm not. I promise I'm not shading you. I did not see your comment until just. That is funny. they be like, happy day on Mars. I hope you have a happy day on Mars. I'm like, girl, what? What's up, DK? What's going on? What's going on? Laquanda, what it do? What it do? What it do? Hey, Mia. Hey, Mia. I mean, we're split image of each other, sisters. So you know. Um, what's up, Mama V? What's going on? And Miss Felicia, what it do? What it do? What it do? Okay. Uh, naturally be yourself. What's up? I promise I ain't shading you. I ain't shading you. I didn't see your comment until I didn't see your comment. I was saying that. Miss Sherry Jones, good morning, good morning, good morning. That is funny to me. Miss Brenda, good morning, good morning, good morning. In Southern Phoenix, good morning. If I missed y'all, I promise it wasn't intentional or anything like that. But good morning, y'all. We got a lot to get into. Okay, Bishop Jakes. And let me just go ahead and give you this disclaimer, Bishop Jakes. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, this is you, Tyrone Blackburn, Cora, Michelle, and Brandon, and your attorneys. Bishop Jakes. I'm just reporting the news. Okay. I just want you to know that, Bishop Jakes. I'm just reporting the news. Okay. Friend, I am an early riser. I am such an early riser. And plus, you got to get people going and stuff in the house. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get up early. I had to get up early, get the folks out the door, and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Jeremy. All right. So I have the actual documents as well, and we're going to talk about these documents. These documents are insane. Okay. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy gonna make sure she gives the people the documents. Okay. Tracy gonna make sure she get the people the documents. So give me 1 second. And friend, I had to wake up early because I fell asleep on you last night. Did. That's why I didn't respond. I fell asleep, buddy. Okay, let me get to my Gmail real quick. I thought I already had these downloaded. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Let me make sure I get these downloaded. Happy hump day, y'all. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Hope y'all doing good. All right, Gmail. Dun dun dun. Okay, right, email. All right. And just so y'all know, I got these documents 5 days ago. Okay, I just want to share that with y'all. I got these documents 5 days ago. Okay, let me see. Is this the one? What document is this? This is 65. Hold on. Sorry, y'all, because as soon as I decided to go live, 66 was also a bar complaint in the exhibits, and Black Brown was mad. Ooh. Okay, let's see. District of Columbia. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just gonna read them in order. We're just gonna read them in order. They're not even that long. Okay, 64. Let's download it. Okay, and then I'll go back to them. All right. Let me open this up and then let me share my screen. And then so won't nobody say you lying. Because you know people love to say you're lying about something, girl. Folks that say you lying on Bishop Jakes. Okay. Sure. We lying on Bishop Jakes. Okay, here we go. All right, let's share screen. Uh-oh. I'm gonna share my business with y'all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And again, y'all, let me remove the comments. These documents are extremely interesting. And again, this is fair use of Bishop Jakes. This is public documents. Okay, y'all remember I told you guys the other day that Tyrone Blackburn said that he was going to open up a class action lawsuit against Cora Jakes' ex-husband. If y'all don't know, Cora Jakes' ex-husband is currently serving a 20-year sentence for allegedly touching children and doing things to children. Okay, allegedly, because there was a period of time where Brandon Coleman was fighting this, and then all of a sudden we heard that he took a 20-year plea deal. We don't know what took place. It has been said that Cora fabricated these stories allegedly, and that these stories didn't necessarily happen. So it's up in the air about what's going on. But what I'm about to read to y'all, it gagged me. I know it's gonna gag y'all. Okay. Now, in case if you guys don't know, Bishop Jakes is currently suing Dwayne Youngblood, who did an interview with Larry Reed Live, and he talked about his experience dealing with Jakes when he was a child, okay, or when he was younger. I guess a teenager, you would say. He was underage, okay. So Bishop Jakes filed a defamation lawsuit, right? And then recently, because of Tyrone Blackburn, he was sanctioned for using ChatGPT allegedly in his documents. Okay, Bishop ain't having it. Okay, so he did that. Also, Tyrone Blackburn did try to get dismissed from this case, but the judge ain't having that either. Okay, so we're going to get into these documents. I just wanted to give you guys a quick, details of what's going on so that you guys know. Now, if you asked me in the beginning, I stated that I didn't think that Bishop Jake should have filed this lawsuit, because when you do stuff like this, it opens up doors for other things to come out, and meaning the situation with Cora Jakes. Okay, let's talk about Cora Jakes and Michelle Lau really quick. So everybody knows that Michelle Loud has come out and broken her silence about her son Jason allegedly being taken by Cora and Brandon Coleman at the time. Michelle Loud has said that while sitting in front of like a laptop, Cora asked her some questions, and then later on, Cora used that against her in court. And so, unfortunately, she no longer has her son anymore, or yeah, Michelle Loud no longer has her son anymore. And where her fight has been is to get her son because she's saying and she's alleging that Cora, in other words, kind of stole her. Now they adopted Jason, but it was the way in which it happened. Okay. Do y'all got me thus far? I think most of you guys know the story, but I just want to refresh people who haven't been here who don't know because we've always talked about this. Okay. Y'all got me? Y'all give me a thumbs up. Give me something. Let me know y'all good. Let me know y'all good. Y'all good? I, and Tracy, not only that, he's also supposed to be um he's also having to pay attorney fees, $77,000 of attorney fees. So we're gonna get into it. This is why I miss Heaven 97 AM radio station, Robert Ashley. All right, y'all good? All right, cool. Let's get into it. So here we go. Um, Tracy, since you here, I'm supposed to read 64, then 65, right? 64, 65, and 66. Let's go. I think that's right. All right, so Thomas Dexter Jakes is the plaintiff, and Dwayne Youngblood, of course, is the defendant. Plaintiff's motion for leave to reply to Blackburn's fee opposition. So let's get into it. Plaintiff Bishop Thomas Dexter Jakes requests leave to file a reply to Tyrone Blackburn's opposition to plaintiff's motion for fees. Okay, so this was the attorney fees I was talking about. To set the record straight and to refute unwarranted um, aspirations cast on plaintiff's counsel again. If granted leave, plaintiff will make the points that follows. First, the New Jersey bar referral, which Blackburn complains about, was not submitted in bad faith. Contrary to his representations, Blackburn is not a member of the DC bar, which the organization has now confirmed repeatedly, once in writing. Okay, let me back up real quick. Wait, 64? Oh, wait, I'm on 64, right? Yeah, I'm on 64. Okay, so really quick, I showed you guys a document. I don't know if I showed you guys the document, but I read a document to you guys the other day where it was an email, and Tyrone Blackburn was emailing Jake's attorneys, and he said in the email that he was going to file a class action lawsuit against Cora and Bishop Jakes in regards to Brandon Coleman. Okay. So, um, in that, also in that email, he did state that Tyrone Blackburn was not a part of the Washington D.C. bar. Okay, he was not. He was not licensed there. What's up? Nice to be nice. So let's keep going. Exhibit 1, and a DC Bar Ethics Council advised plaintiffs' counsel that we had a duty to report the false bar membership claims to the relevant state bars under Rule 8.3, which Blackburn knows because it was explained in the New Jersey bar referral, which he filed with this court. Thus, contrary to Blackburn's claims, the New Jersey bar referral was not submitted for an improper purpose, but in good faith and to fulfill counsel's own ethical obligations. Second, Blackburn's recent conduct. Here we go. Belies his claims of construction and good character. When plaintiff requests consent to file a motion for leave, Blackburn responded by calling this case a waste of his time and threatened Bishop Jake's daughter. Wait a minute, Tyrone. I just got one thing to say to you. It's a waste of your time, but you doing it pro bono for the man. But it's a waste of your time. Tyrone, that don't even make sense, sir. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time. But you was the one that approached this man and picked him up. Huh? All right now, Tyrone. Let's keep going. Exhibit 2. He wrote, "No, I do not consent. I am no longer wasting my time with you or this case. You filed a bar complaint in bad faith, and the courts will see that. As an aside, please ask your client, Mr. Jakes, if he and his daughter will be willing to waive service of process for the upcoming lawsuit I will file on behalf of Richard Brandon Coleman." That is Cora Jakes' ex-husband. Coleman is the plaintiff's daughter's abusive ex-husband who is currently serving 20 years in Texas State Prison for child X crimes with a projected release date of 2042. Third, despite this court's repeated admotions about grievances, citation errors across multiple filings, Blackburn has again misrepresented cited cases, and then they put the cases here, as we sure this court already discovered. For one, Blackburn states that the court in Johnson versus Dunn only ordered corrective education. That is false. The court also disqualified the attorneys and referred their misconduct to the applicable license authorities. And then, of course, you guys, it gives you case study here. Anyway, let's move on. But most egregious, despite claiming to now understand that import of quotation marks, Blackburn again quoted language from a case that does not appear in this decision. So basically what they're saying is that he used he used Chat GBT allegedly for a case that doesn't even exist, and it doesn't fall under this thing. That's basically what they're saying. Oh, Blackburn. It goes on to say that the court never used the words lied to the court and showed no remorse as Blackburn's represents. 5. Further lied to the court appears only in the head quotes and showed no remorse appears nowhere on the document. The word remorse is never mentioned. And then it gives the case study, and then it says, while the case may reflect these sentiments, this example refutes Blackburn's claims, now understanding that paraphrases, particularly those closely tracking the language from cases, must never be enclosed in quotation marks. So basically, they getting him with this AI stuff. That's why they say he using AI, because he's not doing things like he's supposed to be doing. He's not filing the paperwork like he's supposed to be filing the paperwork. So here we go. Fourth, and at the risk of beating a dead horse, plaintiff again notes that Blackburn's claims to have acknowledged his error immediately and demonstrated remorse and corrective action is false. As the court knows, his reply doubled down on the misconduct and falsely accused plaintiff's counsel of engaging in misconduct too. He took the same approach here, falsely accusing counsel of submitting a bad faith bar grievance complaint, knowing that they were advised of their duty to report this situation. Finally, Blackburn filed his opposition nearly 2 weeks late without requesting leave. Here's the conclusion. Accordingly, plaintiff respectfully requests that this court grant leave to file a reply containing the foregoing material and alternatively consider this filing as the reply. Okay, so we have the exhibit, I believe. So here's the email that I was telling you guys about where he threatened the lawsuit. Okay, But that's not it, y'all. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. So that's that. But hang tight, baby. All right, let's get this other document. All right, this one is document number 65. Hey, y'all, good morning to those of you that are just coming in. Oh, no, I need to download it. Dun, 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 dun. Please also hit the like button, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's a 65. It is. Hit that like button and bless the platform. Bless the platform. If you see fit, consider blessing the platform. Let's put it that way. Also, consider going over to the website and ordering your red pepper and truffle oils as well. All right, here we go. Let's add this to the screen. All right. So this is 65, and this is opposition to plaintiff's request for leave to file a SIR reply. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Now, again, this is Thomas Dexter Jakes and the plaintiff versus Dwayne Youngblood. And again, there are 10 John Does. We still don't know who those John Does is. I really would like to know who the 10 John Does are, but let's keep going. All right, non-party respondent Tyrone Blackburn submits this opposition to plaintiff's request for leave to file a SIR reply. The motion is not grounded in any need to clarify legal arguments or address new issues. Rather, it is an advert or improper attempt to sanitize a retaliatory bar complaint and deflect attention away from plaintiff's counsel. Egregious conduct. Conduct designed not to seek justice, but to destroy the character and reputation of the opposing counsel through harassment, falsehood, and litigation abuse. This case is pending in the Western District of Pennsylvania. I have no cases past or present in the District of Columbia. Nonetheless, plaintiff's counsel, Mr. Dustin Push, filed a bar complaint against me with the DC office of with the DC people. What is it called? You know where you file the complaints, y'all. Anyway, claiming I misrepresented my bar admission status. This alleged misrepresentation stems from the inclusion of the letter DC undergoing the logo of my firm. At no time did I ever express or discuss my District of Columbia bar admission to Dustin. And again, remember, Dustin is Jake's lawyer. At no point did he call, email, or write to inquire about my DC bar administration before launching this career altering attack. He has no issue sending me emails to request permission to file SIR replies. He has no issue with sending me an email to threaten sanctions according to Rule 11. But for some reason, he had a hard time sending an email to inquire about my DC bar admission. Mr. I'm gonna just call him Mr. P. Actions exhibit clear bad faith. I was formally sworn into the District of Columbia Bar on May the 7th of 2024 by the Honorable Catherine H. Parker, the U.S. Magistrate Judge for the Southern District of New York. See attachment A. I urge your honor to contact, and then he puts the email there, Judge Parker to confirm that she swore me in and signed. Exhibit A. The retaliatory nature of Dustin's conduct is self-evident. Its timing followed by filing for several affidavits and defendant's anti-slap motion to dismiss previously filed by the defendant in this case. From this countless survivor of plaintiff who all described serious allegations against plaintiff and other members of the clergy in his church who used their positions of power to groom and actually assault them. Here we go. This this is about to get really interesting. All right. All right. Uh, 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 uh. In response, plaintiff's counsel struggled to address the allegations head on, failing miserably to coherently respond to the men who provided the sworn affidavits. To further justify his retaliatory abuse of the disciplinary system, plaintiff's counsel now appends to his sir reply motion an email in which I asked whether he would waive service in the forthcoming civil suit involving plaintiff and his daughter, Cora Jakes. The email, entirely appropriate in substance and in tone, is now being mischaracterized and taken out of context to falsely imply impropriety on my part. I hope I'm saying that word right, but yeah. Cora Jakes, like her father, has been publicly accused of abusing children. Their church was a haven for immigrant children, yet the parents of several of these kids were deported. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I don't understand what I was reading. Do I need to read it again? Do I need to read that part again? Because I, I don't think. Okay, let me read that again. Let me read that again. Okay, that email entirely appropriate to substance and in substance. I'm sorry, in substance and tone is now being mischaracterized and taken out of context to falsely impart. I mean, to falsely imply that he's not being honest. Now, Cora Jakes, like her father, has been publicly accused of abusing children. That's enough right there because Bishop Jack's been accused of abusing children. Okay. Again, this is what Tyrone Blackburn is saying. I ain't saying this stuff. Tyrone Blackburn is saying this. Their church was a haven for immigrant children, yet the parents of several of those kids were deported. Let me keep going. The children have been left behind, and upon information and belief, many of them are now missing. Girl, I need to turn on this fan. This too. The children missing. Tyrone. Oh my God. But let's keep going. Cora Jakes, in particular, has been accused of manipulating a vulnerable friend who trusted her into giving Cora Jakes custody of their child and engaging in other forms of physical abuse of her adopted daughter. My inquiry regarding the waiver of service was fully within the bounds of professional correspondence. Mr. P. Mr. P's decision to present it as a threat is both dishonest and defamatory. From the inception of this lawsuit, I informed Mr. P that I am planning to file a class action lawsuit for several male sexual assault survivors against plaintiff TD Jakes. Let me read that again. I informed Mr. P that I am planning to file a class action lawsuit for several male sexual assault survivors against plaintiff TD Jakes. Dustin created Mr. Jakes' present reality by foolishly filing this suit against Mr. Youngblood in hopes of bullying him into signing away his rights to speak publicly of a childhood trauma visited upon him by TD Jakes. Unfortunately, plaintiff Jakes failed to anticipate the avalanche of survivors who would come forward with evidence of plaintiffs grooming, actual assaulting, sexting, and transporting them across state lines in violation of the Mann Act. Child, hold on, I gotta take me a swig of water. Y'all know the Mann Act is what they got Diddy on. The Mann Act is what they got Diddy on. And Tyrone Blackburn is tied to a whole lot of them lawsuits dealing with Diddy. I got to take a swig of my water. This is too much. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Let's keep going. All right. One of the accusers is now Mr. Jake's former son-in-law, Richard Brandon Coleman. Y'all, I don't do y'all understand what is happening here? Do y'all understand what is happening? Let me just read that full paragraph so y'all can get the gist of what's going on. Dustin created Mr. Jake's present reality by foolishly filing this suit against Mr. Youngblood in hopes of bullying him into signing away his rights to speak publicly of his childhood trauma visited upon him by TD Jakes. Unfortunately, plaintiff Jakes failed to anticipate the avalanche of survivors who would come forward with evidence of plaintiffs grooming, actually assaulting, sexting, and transporting them across the state lines in violation of the Mann Act. One of the accusers is now Mr. Jake's former son-in-law, Richard Brandon Coleman. Y'all, they are saying, Tyrone Blackburn is saying that Brandon Coleman is accusing Jakes of actually assaulting him. Bro, wait. I can't take. I cannot take. He is accusing Jakes of messing with or doing something to the man who is facing 20 years in prison for allegedly doing these things to children. Okay, child. I don't know about y'all, but that gagged me. I said, not not Brandon. So not only so when he said class action lawsuit, he's putting in this lawsuit that Brandon Coleman is saying that Bishop Jakes allegedly actually assaulted him. This again, this is by these documents, honey. This is by these documents. Justin and TD Jakes know that they could never intimidate me for misrepresenting I'm sorry, they could never intimidate me for representing Mr. Coleman and the other men who have valid claims against Mr. Jakes. Even if Mr. P were able to hinder my law license, which he cannot, I will continue to pursue plaintiff Jakes, even if all I have is a bullhorn in front of the U.S. Department of Justice. Even if there is no financial recovery in my forthcoming litigations against Mr. Jakes, I do not care. So long as my clients have their day in court, can file their criminal complaints, and their claims are investigated by law enforcement, I will get justice for my clients. This court should not entertain Mr. P's uh, 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 desperate and abusive litigation tactic. Mr. P has already demonstrated a pattern of bad faith conduct, filing a baseless grievance in a jurisdiction irrelevant to his litigation, intentionally mischaracterizing the waiver of service email, compounding motion practice for the sole purpose of driving up his fees, and repeatedly using the court's process to launch personal attacks against opposing counsel. His request for Sir reply is yet another example of these improper actions. As the Supreme Court explained in Chamber versus Nesco, when there is bad faith conduct in the course of litigation that could be sanctioned under the rules according to um, the could be could be under sanction under the rules. However, if in the if in the informed um oh Jesus, hold on, y'all. Wait, wait a minute, hold on. Oh girl, uh-uh. Nope, nope. Y'all ain't gonna give me to read that. Ain't nope, absolutely not. I'm not reading that one. You can have it. You can have it. I ain't reading that one. I ain't reading that one. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No, no, no. You can get me in trouble. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay. I don't even remember where I was. However, if the informed discretion of the court, neither the statute nor the rules are up to. Okay, I don't really care about that. Let's get down here to this. The conduct displayed by the plaintiff's counsel here weaponizes the grievance systems, misrepresenting emails to the court and filing baseless SIR replies is well within the bounds of bad faith litigation practice. The court has both the authority and the duty to rein in on it. The conclusion is, for the foregoing reasons, plaintiff's request to leave to file a SIR reply must be denied in its entirety. It serves no valid legal function and furthers a campaign of harassment and retaliation against undersigned counsel for uh for daring daring to represent defendant to give voice to the plaintiffs of the victims. Should the court permit plaintiff to file his or reply, I respectfully request leave to file a response. Okay, that's that. Now let me see here how to complete the swear. Okay, so this is where he was sworn in DC, y'all, and that's the bar stuff where he was sworn in. All right, we got one more document. Oh, let me read some of y'all comments because child, I can't see the comments when I'm on. That's what he's alleging. He's alleging that there are other victims. That's what he's alleging, child. But Brandon hasn't said any of this himself. We don't know what Brandon has said. Honestly, Brandon has been locked up for quite some time, so we don't know what Brandon is saying and what he's not saying. Honestly, sounds like Mr. Coleman is fed up. I'm telling y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna save that for another day. Quoting from within, what's done in the dark. Tyrone is mad. Tyrone is definitely mad. All the eyes will be on Jake's now, and nothing better not happen to Mr. Coleman. They are going to just write it off as he is a convicted criminal that has no credibility. Oh, of course, which is why I believe he took the plea deal, because it's doing all the fighting, and how much fighting can you do when the people that you're up against are powerful? They know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I'm just gonna put it that way. I would think that that's why he stopped fighting, because it was just like, what's the point? What am I getting out of this if I continue to fight? Okay, so let's remove this. Girl, not my face all up in front of the thing. Okay. I mean, I got a cute face, so it don't even matter. Okay, so let's get 66 downloaded and then we'll be good to go, honey. Okay, 66 is now downloaded. All right. So 66, hold on. Let me see, what is 66? Bar complaint. Sorry, bar complaining the exhibits on Black Brown was mad. Okay, let me see. So this is plaintiff's motion for leave to reply to Blackburn's fee opposition. First, the New Jersey bar. Okay. Second, okay. I think we read all of this. Yeah, we read all of that already. Okay, so 66. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing in 66 and 65. Gotta be kind of the same thing, because let's see. This was on the 10th. We reviewed the disciplinary complaint that you filed against Tyrone Blackburn. Because Mr. Blackburn does not hold a DC law license, we have no jurisdiction over him. I assume from the footnote in your letter that you have reported this conduct to the New York and federal court in Pennsylvania. If you have not, please do so. You may, oh child. So he ain't really licensed in DC, because I mean this would cover this right here would cover the this would cover now Tyrone. I don't know how law license work, okay, but this the people down here replying to the thing is saying that you don't have no license in DC, and you said that you do have license in DC. Tyrone, I don't know with him. I don't know with Tyrone, y'all. I don't know with Tyrone. What is this like? I don't know. Like he does stuff, and then you wonder like why. Even with this with the Fat Joe situation, like he's in serious trouble with that, trying to run over the process server. Not only that, this whole um thing of asking these settlement letters or whatever you're asking for all of these licenses and stuff. You're asking for all of this stuff. You asking for all this money, millions and millions of dollars and stuff. And these people ain't gonna keep playing with you, Tyrone. I'm just saying. But he said he's not gonna stop until they receive justice. But can we go back to the other part that I'm gagged about? So Brandon Coleman allegedly, according to Tyrone Blackburn, Brandon Coleman is allegedly saying that Bishop Jakes allegedly did something to him, touched him in inappropriate ways. I'm- and again, I don't know what Brandon is saying behind bars. He's serving a 20-year sentence, y'all. We don't know what he's saying, what he has to, we don't know. And let me just put a picture up here so y'all know who Brandon Coleman is. Give me 1 second. Um, all right. Okay, so this is Brandon Coleman. In case if you guys don't know who he is, this is Cora Jake's ex-husband on the screen. Tracy, I have a lot of questions too. I have a lot of questions too because, and listen, I want to say this. I'm not putting anything past anybody because you never know. Allegedly, you just never know. But I have a lot of questions. I want to know specifically. And see, this is my thing. And Miss Felicia, if you're still here, I understand when you said Tyrone is saying this and not Brandon, because Tyrone has been accused of putting things in places where folks don't even know it exists. We found out during the Diddy trial. We found out during the Diddy trial that Tyrone does these letters and puts things in these lawsuits that these people don't even know nothing about. So it does raise the question, is Brandon Coleman actually having these conversations with you? Or is this something that you just felt in your gut to pick up or something? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but Tyrone, my brother, you better get it together because, honey, mm, they both could be the problem. I can agree with that. I can agree that Jake's could be a problem and Tyrone could be a problem. And Dwayne Youngblood could be everybody could be a problem in the situation, right? But I don't know. I'm stuck at, did this man have conversations with you and tell you that he was actually abused by Jakes? I'm confused. And then where's these missing children at? And I'm sorry, but have we ever heard of Jake? Listen, again, can't put nothing past me, but I ain't never really just heard of Jake's coming out and abusing children. L- I don't even think I monetized this video, and I'm glad I didn't. Because it's hard not to say some of these words. Man, this is crazy. So the Christian Post actually did do this little write-up here that you guys see on the screen. And it just pretty much breaks down what Tyrone Blackburn is doing. Again, it accuses Jakes of grooming, actually assaulting, sexting, and transporting them across state lines. Um, This is why Blackburn is no longer serving as an attorney for Youngblood, who claims that he was actually assaulted by Jakes. Now, keep in mind, Blackburn is not completely off of this case. He is not completely off of this case. Okay. The judge is requiring him to do some certain things before he got an answer to that AI complaint. He got to answer to some things before he just is gone. He also got to pay. Well, I don't know if the judge granted it, but he got to pay attorney fees and everything else. So like, I think I said Youngblood, Blackburn. See, it's 71,000 in attorney fees. So let's go to this. Um, Jake's high profile attorney Dustin, um, in Washington, D.C. Okay, so that's why Washington, D.C. is in question, because that's where his attorneys are from. Got it. Okay. And anyway, Jake's attorneys have asked the U.S. District Judge William S. Stickman to award them some 71,463 $71,400.63 and reasonable attorney fees for the work that they have done. And y'all, I also have that document too, and it literally itemizes everything that they've done. Like that 71,000, they have provided proof of the 71,000. There go Brandon and Cora together. And so this is what I wanted to read right here. Cora Jakes in particular has been accused of manipulating a vulnerable friend who trusted her into giving Cora Jakes custody of their child and engaging in other forms of physical abuse of her adopted daughter. My inquiry regarding the waiver of service was fully within the bounds of professional correspondence. Blackburn did not respond to requests for comment on the filing from the Christian Post on Monday. Shortly after her ex-husband, shortly after her ex-husband's arrest was made public in 2022, Michelle Loud, a Texas hairstylist, identified herself in a tearful video as the biological mother of Cora Jake's adopted son, Jason. In the video that is no longer available online, and that is not true. You can't find it from Michelle Loud's page, but that video is still on YouTube. Loud expressed concern for the safety of her son and accused Cora Jakes and her ex-husband of manipulating her into giving up her son while she was in a vulnerable state. Cora, played a vulnerable part, Loud said, Loud alleged. She had me in front of a effing MacBook recording and asking me questions talking about it was counseling. But it wasn't counseling, because later on down the line, a few years later, she would then use the evidence against me in court when I went to fight for my son. Y'all, this is nuts. This is nuts. What's up, L Teddy? What it do? What it do? What it do? Child. Basically, let me just read the first part of this, L Teddy, so you'll just oof. So Tyrone Blackburn is accusing Jakes of the following. Let me get back up here to the. All right. An attorney facing financial sanction for fabricating citations in his legal filings related to Pastor T.D. Jakes' defamation lawsuit now claims to represent the convicted ex-husband of Jakes, of Cora Jakes, eldest daughter Cora Jakes, and other unnamed males who he says have credible allegations against the Potter's House founder of grooming, sexual assault, sexting, and transporting them across the state lines. Richard Brandon Coleman, 36, also known by his stage name as Ski Ventura, is serving time in Texas prison for aggravated actual assault of a child and indecency with a child. Cora Jakes announced her divorce from him in January of 2022, shortly before his crimes became public after a decade of marriage and two adopted children, Amari and Jason. So, in a nutshell, per the documents, El Teddy, um, Tyrone Blackburn is accusing well, he's saying that Brandon Coleman, the ex-husband of Cora Jakes, is accusing Bishop Jakes of actual assault. Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me. Tyrone Blackburn is saying that Cora Jakes' ex-husband, who is serving a 20-year prison sentence right now, is accusing TD Jakes of actual assault, grooming, and sexting. Mm, mm, mm. Um, I, y'all, I'm seriously gagged. I don't know what to say. Mind you, I've been had these documents for like 5 days. I've been had these documents for like 5 days. Shout out to Tracy again. And it didn't dawn on me to read these until I saw this Christian Post article, and I said, oh, wait, let me go back and read these documents. And when I read these documents, so Tracy, since you're here, let me ask you a question. So it looks like Jake's attorneys put the email or whatever about him being licensed in DC, and they say that they can't find no bar number in DC for Tyrone Blackburn. But Tyrone Blackburn is saying that he is indeed sworn in DC. But according to the exhibit, sir, no, you're not. No, you're not, sir. They the one that said it. So then he's urging that I was going to say Diddy. He's urging that Bishop T.D. Jakes' attorneys go and email the judge and make sure that the judge sworn him in. I told y'all that I didn't think. I think a couple things can be true here. A couple things can be true, right? You know how we say two things can be true at the same time? I think there's several things true could be true here at the same time. Is Tyrone Blackburn crazy for the stuff that he do? Absolutely. Are we putting anything past Bishop Jakes? Absolutely not. Are we putting anything past Cora Jakes? Absolutely not. Do we know about Michelle Loud and her truth? Absolutely, we do. Her story has never changed. Do we know about Brandon Coleman and what he's saying around there in the jail and the prison? No, we don't. We don't know. We don't know what the man is saying. Because the man, again, in the beginning, before he took the plea deal, he was fighting. He was fighting. It was said allegedly that what Cora Jakes accused him of or said that he did was not true. But then all of a sudden, one day we wake up and they was like, Brandon Coleman takes a plea deal for 20 years. What? Wait a minute. Wow. But then it brings it back into perspective. If Michelle Loud is literally over here telling y'all that an attorney won't pick up certain things because they they see who Jakes has on his roster as an attorney, or who, they see all of these things, and so she can't find anyone to help her or to pick up her case or to do anything, right? I feel it was the same for Brandon. I feel it was the same for Brendan. Who was Brendan going to find if what he did was not the truth? Who was he going to find to refute that? Nobody. If Michelle Loud is out here, she ain't no criminal. She ain't done nothing crazy. She can't even find an attorney to go up against this man and his daughter. I I don't know. Um, I'm sorry, but Michelle has post decisions clarity. Huh? Can you retype that? What you mean by that, smart cookie? What's up, Simply Shan? Here's what I'm gonna say about Michelle Loud. I'm not gonna never stop advocating for Michelle Loud. I'm not. I've seen this kind of stuff happen too often, and I just want that lady to have her son back. Like, period. Michelle has many reasons why she can't find an attorney. Uh, well, again, she can't. Look who she's going up against, though, smart cookie. Look who she's going up against. The people that they have found have was like, no, we're not touching that. We're not going up against these folks. And again, I'm not going. Here's what I am gonna say, because this ain't a lie. This is the truth. There are judges and attorneys that go to the Potter's house. That's all you need to know right there. That's it. That's it. There are judges and attorneys that go to the Potter's house. That's it. It's not a lie. Child, I'm excited for the weekend. Period. Period. I believe in the beginning she agreed to Cora keeping the baby, then later on changed her mind. Is why I believe she now has clarity. I don't believe she changed her mind. I do believe that she was tricked into doing something that she felt like Cora was her friend. She felt like Cora was really going to help her with her son. She was going through things as a mother, right? She's going through things as a mother. I'm not a mother, but I know that that can cause someone to be very vulnerable, right? I think all of these things can be true. I think that she trusted Cora, she trusted Brandon. Cora was her friend, so before even having kids, her and Cora were close. And then you turn around, you fly in an evangelist, you fly in somebody who's supposed to be praying these demons away and all these other kind of things. I really do think she was manipulated. It is such a thing around there in the church to be manipulated, and it doesn't take much. Sorry, but that's the truth. And I do really think that Michelle has had a really hard time. But one thing about it, she has been consistent with her story. She has been consistently fighting for her son. And I don't blame a woman out here for who birthed a child to be out here to fight to get their child. Like, I would never. Mm-mm. I understand it. I get it. You want your child back. Some of the things that Cora did, we've already talked about some of these things, the birthday party situation, all of these things. Cora does give me a master manipulator. And then when you around there in the church, it only gets worse. Okay. Because then you start using scriptures and Bibles and evangelists and all of these kind of things to manipulate people. And I just believe that that's what took place. Um, and that's based on Michelle Loud's story. Again, it hasn't changed from the beginning. It has not changed one time. Um, and if y'all don't know the Michelle Loud story, I think everybody has had a pleasure of interviewing her. She interviewed with Tasha K. I know she interviewed with Queen Sheba. She interviewed with Thais from the official Thais report. I believe she interviewed with I'm trying to think of some other big people that I know she done went around there too. Um she has done several interviews. She's done a lot of interviews. And so again, her story hasn't changed. And then also too, y'all, there's a video of Michelle Loud on here. Hold on, I can find it on YouTube for you guys really quick. I think if you just type in Michelle Loud, it's gonna come right up. Uh, okay, let's see, Queen Sheba. Um, okay, hold on. Yeah, if you type it in, it's like some of the first things that oh, Larry Reed. How can I forget Larry Reed? Also Larry Reed. Um, yeah, if you type it in, you'll see all the stuff that you need there. Okay, you'll see all the things. I hope Michelle's case can finally get some traction. See, this is what I'm glad about. I'm glad that the Christian Post is mentioning Michelle Loud because again, I've I've always felt a way, and I just need her story to be picked up because again, a mother gonna do whatever they have to do to fight for their child at the end of the day. I don't care what none of y'all in this chat say. I don't care what none of y'all say. How can you be mad at a mother for literally doing whatever she has to do to get her child back? So I'm glad it's getting traction, and I hope that this helps push the needle. I do. I hope it does. Hey, Miss Anderson. Good morning from Orlando Winter Park. Come on, Orlando Winter Park, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, so Michelle Loud's story hasn't changed, and I hope that this just brings things to light. Now, Tyrone, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Tyrone, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. But I know you probably be in these YouTube streets listening to your name and stuff like that. Cause folks do throw you up on the thumbnail. I throw you up on the thumbnail in a minute. Um, I hope and pray you get it together over there, sir. I do. I hope you get it together over there because um they trying to make sure you got all your ducks and stuff in a row while you're over here accusing this man of whatever you're accusing him of. Okay, we read the documents. Y'all gone and run this back, and you'll see the documents. Let me go ahead and put the Christian Post story up in here. Hold on, so y'all have it too. Put the link in here. Here we go. Child, y'all got a lot of content. I'm doing it. Okay, I got a lot of content I'm doing. Yeah, Tyrone is Mocha Drop Tyrone. Tyrone, child. Again, I want to reiterate. I don't know what Bishop Jakes did. I ain't accusing him of doing nothing. What I am saying though is this right here. Tyrone Blackburn is accusing him of actual assault, texting, sexting, and all of that other kind of stuff. And it is literally in the court documents. Not only is it in the court documents, but it's also there in the link that I just provided with you guys or provided to you guys. Okay. Um, really quick, really quick while we are here before I get out of here. We did drop our new we dropped some new oils, some new infused oils over on the website. And so I want you guys to head over there and get them because this is a limited time thing. And once they're gone for a while. Okay. So head over to the website. You see the website here, and there are the oils. The truffle and the red pepper is now available. It is a limited time thing, so make sure you get those. You still have your lemon and garlic bundle, and you still have your lemon, garlic, and basil bundle as well. Okay. Use code level best. Okay. Use code level best to get your oils. Okay. And if y'all want to know where level best comes from, it comes from, I'm always make money when somebody come out here thinking they cute about something they doing, trying to get folks off of this app and stuff like that. Well, two can play that game. And one thing about it is I made coins yesterday. Okay. And so with that being said, go over there and get your red pepper and truffle oil and use code level best. We're doing our level best. Let me just let y'all hear um where level best come from, so okay, just so you know. What's up, Thais? What's going on? Yeah, see, people not smart. People not very smart. When you try with me, and shout out to Mel, because this is where I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's why I learned to put these codes where when people really think they doing something. Okay, I got a code for y'all, right? Level best. All right. So make sure y'all put in there level best. Here y'all go, so y'all know where it came from.
And I want to tell you something, and I hope maybe this will help a little bit. I'm just going to say there's a group of us, and we're doing our level best to report them every time. Thank you. Bullying you. And I don't know how many people we need to do it at once, but we have some pretty good numbers right now. Good.
So make sure you use level best, because I'm gonna do my level best to make a coin off of you, you hating hoe. Okay. All right now. I want to get the red pepper and the truffle. Go over there and visit the website, because once they're gone, honey. Once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure you get those. The other ones will remain. The garlic, the lemon, the basil, and the regular will remain, but the truffle and red pepper oil is a limited time. TDJ should have had it. Ah. Mother, I need to watch your video from last night. Because yeah, I need to watch your video from last night. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here so I can get to this job, honey. But do me a favor, consider subscribing to the channel, consider donating to the platform. Y'all know the Catch App $Chef DonDon too. We're over here. We're gonna always need our our fundraiser popping. Okay, so we're doing a fundraiser always over here. Okay, begging and whatever else they say we be doing over here, panhandling, whatever else. Okay, there's never gonna be a day that I'm not gonna take up an offering. Okay, all right. And so with that being said, we're gonna do our level best to have a great day. Somebody just type level best in the chat. Just type level best in the chat. Just type level best in the chat for me. Level best in the chat for me, y'all. I want to see it. Y'all type level best in the chat. Level best. I want y'all to do y'all level best to have a great day today. Yes. Come on now, level best. Somebody say level best. Level best. That's why these people hate me. These people hate me because I'm gonna make a key out of y'all every time. The people hate me. This is why people hate me. Anyway, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Hey, Crystal, what's going on? Hey, everybody. Felicia, Nicole, Mocha Drop, what's up, y'all? Okay. I will see you guys a little later. We are going to do for those of you who love cooking competition shows, we are doing our review, or not our review, but a meet the cast for Hell's Kitchen. And then I have another video that I'm gonna do on Tamar and Funky Dineva. Okay. So I'll see y'all back then, and I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.